Today, we're going to put a word you use every single day under the microscope. Seriously, it's a word so common we barely even notice it anymore. But hiding inside this simple four-letter word is a pretty amazing story about language, communication, and even power. And that word is copy. So, what's the big secret? I mean, really, what could possibly be so interesting about a little word like copy? Well, that's exactly what we're here to find out. We're going to crack it open, follow a really surprising clue, and uncover a powerful idea about how we communicate. That's the funny thing about language. It's usually the most common words that are the most powerful. They do all the heavy lifting. And as we're about to see, copy is one of the hardest working words in the entire English language. Okay, so our first piece of evidence is the word's dual identity. See, copy isn't just one thing, it's two. And this is where its real power starts to shine through.
It's so clever how this works. As a noun, it's a thing, right? Like a cheap copy of a diamond. But it's also a verb, an action. You copy something on a machine. You get one simple word that covers two fundamental but related concepts. It's just incredibly efficient.
And this core idea of a thing that's like another thing just branches out. You get hard copy, photocopy, soft copy. They're all just specific types of a copy. It really shows you how this word is a fundamental building block. And it's the exact same story with the action. From the verb to copy, you get the machine that does it, a copier. The ability to do it, something is copyable. And then you get this huge legal concept, copyright. It's this whole web of meaning, and it all comes from that one simple root. But here, this is where our little investigation takes a really interesting turn. Buried deep in the word's history, I found this single, kind of cryptic sentence. And honestly, it's a clue that changes everything. There it is. Copy is on the basic English 850 list. Now, when I first read that, I was like, okay, what on earth is that? It sounds really official, sounds important, but what does it actually mean?
Let's just focus on that number for a second. 850. Not 1,000, not 500, 850. What could possibly be so special about a list with just 850 words on it? And why is our simple little word copy one of them?
Well, that one clue leads us to this absolutely fascinating and pretty ambitious project in the world of language. So it's time to talk about basic English. So here's the big idea. Basic English isn't just some random list. It's designed to be a complete, controlled language. It's a toolkit of the 850 most essential, most hard-working words, all chosen to let anyone, anywhere, communicate big ideas with total clarity.
And that's it. That is why copy made the cut. It is the perfect basic English word. Because it can be a noun and a verb, it does the work of multiple words. It's like a linguistic multi-tool. It wasn't just chosen for what it means, but for everything it can do.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, it's that in communication, simplicity is basically a superpower. Yeah, having a huge vocabulary is impressive, but the real foundation for clear, powerful expression, it lies in mastering these core, super versatile words. I mean, just think about this famous quote. It uses the simple word copy to talk about a huge, really complex idea, right? The very nature of creativity and originality. It proves you don't need a bunch of fancy $5 words to say something profound. The power was right there in that one simple word all along. Now, this doesn't mean we should all just throw out our dictionaries and only use 850 words. That's not the point. The point is to appreciate the power that's packed into our language's foundation. The goal wasn't to build a cage, it was to build a solid base that any idea, no matter how simple or complex, can be built on. And that brings us to our final thought. It's kind of a challenge, really. If someone handed you this toolkit of 850 essential words, the most powerful building blocks in the language, what would be the first thing you'd want to build? What idea would you be most excited to share with the world?